right, welcome everyone in Modern Math. This is Mr. Porter. I'm just going over the Math Space, okay? So if you have not signed up for Math Space, you'll need to go on your browser. Oops, that's not my browser. You need to go to your browser, okay? And this will be the main page, okay? You'll want to click on Join a Class. And then you'll need to enter the code that I emailed you, okay? From there, they'll also ask you for your name and last name. So please fill that in because that's how I will grade you. And then also your email, your school email. Please put in your school email. And then they also ask for your password. So this will be, I won't know what your password is. If you lose your password, please let me know. I can reset it. And then I think they'll send you an email or something, and you can change your email or your password. Okay. So once you've got on there, it's going to look more like this. They used to have an app for the phone, but they took that away. I don't know why. I think they said because it's so small for you to work on, which is unfortunate. But you can also, I think they have it on tablets, like I'm using my iPad. And you can also use a computer. So if you have any questions on how to have that, if you don't have one already, I know that the school, I think you can sign up for something like that. You may want to talk to someone at the office or a counseling office, something like that. Okay. So once you've signed on, it's going to look something like this. I'm actually signed up for my Sec 2 class as well, so that's why it's a little different. But we'll start with MM 10.1. That's the first one. You'll be able to view all of your tasks by clicking that. But you can always switch back and forth from the top right dashboard. Or if you click on tasks, it will show all your tasks. There's a textbook that you can search on how to do certain things. Some of that I think is helpful. Some of them would probably be easier just to use Khan Academy or just Google the topic, okay? And here you can also click on topics and search that, okay? But this has all the information from probably kindergarten to 12th grade or more, okay? So here we are. This is the first task is MM 10.1, quadratic key features and modeling. Okay, so you can click on that. You're welcome to go back, like say you're busy, you did a few problems. At the top right, this shows you the problems that you need to do. If it's gray, you haven't even looked at it or attempted it. You can switch around all you want by clicking on those or, clicking. Nice thing about on the right side, it has hints. You can click on the hint and it will give you some explanation about what you're looking for. So for this one, it says the x-intercepts are the points at which the curve intersects the x-axis. So if you forgot what the x-intercept was, then I guess that helps you. There are more hints that you can ask for. Use them as much as you need. Okay, sometimes underneath that light bulb on the right side, sometimes there's videos that you can click on, and we'll see if we can find one of those. And then the textbook is underneath, which I said, sometimes it's very useful, sometimes it's probably easier just to search it online and see what you got. So like here we got x-intercepts, points out the y-intercept, how to find certain things. So a lot of this would be really useful, okay? But let's answer this question together, okay? Your problems are going to be similar but not the same as other students. So if you work with someone else, which is totally fine, just realize that you have to do your own, and your numbers will be different, your graphs will be different. Okay, so this one says find the coordinate of the x-intercepts. Give each intercept in the form of parenthesis, a comma b, close parenthesis. If there's more than one x-intercept, state all of them on the same line separated by commas. Okay, so if you have like a tablet or something like this that has this thing shows up on the bottom where you can write. If you don't, if you're like on a computer, then you usually will have something where you can get a keyboard on your screen that you'll need to click on, or you can use your keyboard on your computer too. So here at x-intercepts, it says to write it as a ordered pair. So here, one of the x-intercepts would be -4, 0, so you could write down -4, 0. And then it says do another comma to separate. The other would be 2, 0. Okay? Or you can plug it in, like I said, in the box and type in all that information too. Okay? And then you just click submit, and it will tell you right away if you got it right or wrong. If you get it wrong and then you fix it in your second chance, it will turn your answer, I think, yellow, kind of like you're in the middle, and you'll get partial credit, I think. Okay, and there's another example. Find the zeros of a function. Okay, so the zeros are just, like here you could get another hint if you needed to. The zeros are the first coordinate of the x-intercepts. So it's the x value of the x-intercepts. So here it would be something like -4, comma, the other is 2. Submit, and you got it. Okay? And then you just continue. Okay? Write down any notes or comments or questions, more questions. If you have any questions, please email me. I can also make another video if necessary. Okay, a lot of these problems are similar. Again, you can get hints. Like I said, you can skip. If you skip a step, they'll caution you, say there's still hints, there's still more chances for you to get it right the first time. If you skip, you will lose points. So, for example, here it tells you the answer. And then the next one it asks you, well, what are the zeros? Well, here it's 4, -2. Okay? See, it gave you a yellow because you got half of it done. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So just do your best. I think a lot of these are the same. Let's see if I can find one that's a little different. Maybe we'll look at number 7. I don't know what number 7 is. Okay, it says find the x values. So it says what is the x value of the x-intercept? So here it would be, there's only one x-intercept. It's at -1. It says try again. Oh, +1, my bad. Go away. +1. Submit. Okay, got it. It says, what is the y value of the y-intercept? So the y-intercept, if you have any questions about that, well, here it will tell you. The y-intercept is the point where the graph crosses the y-axis. So the value of that would be -1. Submit. What is the absolute maximum of the graph? I think I mentioned this on our video that usually I will just talk about the maximum, not the absolute maximum. For quadratics, you're only going to have the absolute value, the absolute maximum is just the maximum. They're the same. So absolute maximum is going to be, here would be the highest point would be 0. So we put in 0. Determine the interval from x, the interval of x in which the graph is increasing. So where do we have positive slope? So it would be all x values less than 1. So x is less than 1. And we'll fill that in, submit, and you got it, okay? So again, I got a yellow because I think, what did I do? I got a wrong answer for 7A. I did a negative one or something like that. Okay, maybe one more. Let's do one more together. Okay, so it says, state the y value of the y-intercept. Okay, it has it already marked there. It looks like it's going to be 3. Input error, okay. Well, it says it needs to have an equal sign, so I think what they're asking for is y equals. Okay, and I think you could also click on the hint. It says the y-intercept is a point at which x is 0, okay. I think this is what we got, but let's see. So we're good. They just want us to say it as an equation. State the x value of the x-intercepts, separated by commas. So we did that. It was very, very similar. The thing about this is you can't really see it very well. So something like -1, 0 and 3, 0. Submit. Error input. Oh. So I think they just want the x values. My bad. So just erase that. We'll just do, what is it again? X is equal to -1, 3. So I think that's what they're asking for. So just make sure you read the instructions. If you get something like that, you won't lose points if you forget to write x equals or something like that. State the equation of the axis of symmetry. So axis of symmetry is the line that is vertical that cuts the parabola in half. So it's at 1. So x equals 1. And then state the coordinate of the point that corresponds to the maximum value. So AKA this is the vertex. So the vertex here is 1, 4. Oops. There we go. And then probably the last one, hopefully. Determine the values of x where the slope is, or the slope of the curve is positive. So it's positive, let's write on here. So the slope is positive anywhere this direction. So this is positive, this is positive, this is positive, positive. At the vertex, the slope is 0, and then it starts to be negative and more negative, okay? So it would be all x values less than 1. Okay, and we're completed. You can go on and finish all the other stuff that you need. This is like the very last page of our notes where we do applications. You don't need to solve the problem or anything. So for example, we have the height of this tennis ball. The type of function this is, well, this is a quadratic. The y value of the y-intercept looks like it's 7. Or no, it was 8. 8. How far does the tennis ball, or wait, sorry, what does the y-intercept represent? Okay, well that would be initial time. It shows here that x is seconds, so it would have to be when time is 0 or the initial time. So how far? Nope. The time? Nope. The height in which the tennis ball was thrown. And then find the x value of the x-intercept. Okay, so that would be, looks like it's 2. So I would enter 2, submit. And the last problem, what does the x-intercept represent? And would probably want to say the time where the ball hits the ground. Okay, and then we'll be good. It will show you your final score. I'm not going to spend that time to come up with that, finish those problems, but I imagine you guys will be good with that. So when you're done, I mean, I think it will tell you what your score is, but if you need to check it, you can go, when you're finished, you can click on your, I think it's your tasks, and it will show you what your scores are and things like that. Okay? All right, again, please let me know if you have any questions. We'll see you later.